Hello friend, hope you're doing well. I wanted to come here and share some things with you that it's been on my mind a lot. And it's interesting because I have so many things that I want to share with you, and by the time I get to it, I don't have time. And so I need to make time for it. So while I'm drinking my hot cocoa or hot chocolate, I decided to make this video for you. So today we were talking about intimacy, and we have a group of people that we get together on a weekly basis, and we talk about things that are important to us. We plan, we dream for future, we talk about our plans for future, and learn together and grow together. So intimacy is something that we talk about because what we realize is that in our generations or previous generations, and depends on your culture, intimacy is not something that you talk about. And especially if you are a church person, if you grew up in church, if you've been raised in church, a lot of parents don't like to talk about intimacy, sex, and how things in that area. And so what we've been talking about is that how to create connection in communication, which is interesting. A lot of times, we have preconceived notions, we have preconceived expectations for our husbands or our wives, right? I'm talking to women, so I'm assuming you're probably a woman. So about our husbands, and some things, wives hear and or think that the only time my husband is paying or giving me physical attention or touching me or hugging me or being affectionate towards me is because he's desiring sex. It's interesting because I've seen that so much in the previous, before I got married, from in other couples too. And we don't have that here in my marriage. My husband doesn't, get those kind of, what do you call it, like a vibes that, oh my gosh, we need to have sex. That's why I am affectionate towards you. We don't have that. We hug often. We cuddle in the evenings before we fall asleep. And it's never because of him needing or wanting sex. Of course, there are times that it's like that, but it's not always in 100%. So I don't have that expectation. I don't have that thing as, oh my gosh, he's affectionate because he needs or wants sex. So, and for us, close, being intimate is completely different than what most people would say, and we love it and we adore each other, so it's fun. So, and other couples we talk to, they still have that. They were not able to communicate in the beginning of their marriages, maybe, or still, some couples we talk to, they still are feeling like, oh my gosh, the only way that he gives me affection is when he wants to have sex with me. So I wanted to bring you freedom, and we have a really cool couple in our group that have been married for 6, almost 7 years, and they experienced that in the beginning of their marriage. And then when they start implementing certain tools that Jesse and I learned before we got married, and we started implementing them right away in our marriage, that's why our marriage is different and our affection towards each other is different. And so they start seeing a different thing in their marriage. It's beautiful. It changed. Of course, there's some things that they're still working out, because it's kind of, the triggers and things that they already kind of build up before that. But they're working on it. So I wanted to bring you freedom in that, and know that you don't have to go through that. If you are still in that and you feel like the only way that your husband's going to give you affection is when he wants to have sex with you, just know that there are tools for both of you to do together where you actually create connection through communication. And communication is so important in that. And if you build it up and you create trust between each other, there is so much freedom and there's so much beauty in connecting with each other and being affectionate towards each other, understanding and listening to each other when you need the most, when you maybe don't need it as much. So I want to give you freedom in that and hope. And if you want to use those tools, please reach out to me. We actually give a lot of them away for free, and I would be happy to bless you with that. All right, that's all for today. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.